Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Today I want to talk about goddess Swadha Devi. It is peculiar goddess. One should be known about her in detailed way. Basing on that, today I want to give elaborated discussion on this goddess Swadha Devi. Let us start after the prayer. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Swadha Devi, goddess of Peter ancestor who did pay homage by food tarpan, water mixed shrub grass, few drop Ganga jal, flower offer to ancestor in your family, relative from mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, or military forces and Shaheed who passed away by saving Bharata Mata motherland with this mantra. Om Hrim Shrim Klim Swadha 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 Devyai Namaha. Get rosary yantra by post and message to learn guidance. Join learning this group. This is very important to note that if we take care of or care about our ancestry, then our children, our next generation also take care about us even after our death. So, keep watch yourself, your own action. How much you believe on Supreme God Shiva, your respect increase according to your faith on Shiva. So, let us worship Swadha Swadha, Dakshina, Shashti, Mangala Chandi and Manasa. At the time of Srishti, mean creation, gods approached Brahma to formalize an arrangement of their food. As Brahma requested Vishnu, the latter materialized an amsha in the form of yajna, and whichever havishya mean oblations were made to Agni by Brahma were transferred to all gods. But the offerings made by Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, etc. never reached to Devas. As Brahma requested Shri Krishna to sort out the problem, the latter desired Mula Prakriti to release one of her kalas or features, and Prakriti materialized the Dahika Shakti of Agni in the form of Swaha Devi. Brahma suggested Swaha Devi to marry Agni Deva, but she was reluctant to do so as her intense desire was to wed Shri Krishna and none else. She performed severe tapasya and Shri Krishna advised her to marry Agni Deva for the time being and wait till end of Varaha Kalpa, when she would too be reborn as Devi Nagnajiti, the daughter of King Nagnajit. As advised, Swaha Devi married Agni and gave birth to three famous sons named Dakshinagni, Garhyapatyagni and Ahavaniyagni. Meanwhile, all the sages or munis, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, etc. came to practice the pronunciation of Swaha mantra, and lasting arrangement of food for Devas had been made ever since. In fact, those oblations or ahutis made to Agni without the Swaha mantra is like a snake without poison. A Brahmana without the knowledge of Veda, a woman who has to devotion to her husband, a person without Vidya, and a tree which does not bear fruits. Worship of Swaha Devi thus continued with Mula Mantra. Om Hreem Shreem Vannijayai Devyai Swaha, and formal puja with Shodashopacharas or 16 services. The 16 sacred names Swaha Devi are as follows: Swaha Adya Prakrityamsha Mantratantranga Rupini Mantrapaladhatri Jagadhatri Sati Siddhiswarupa Siddha Sadanrunam Siddhida Hutasha Dahika Shakti Hutasha Pranadhikar Rupini Samsara Sara Rupa Ghora Samsara Tarini Deva Jivana Rupa and Deva Poshana Karini. These are 16 names. Recital of these names would bestow siddhis. The persons concerned are also shielded against Angahinata, Bharyahinata and Putrahinata or deficiency of Devi in case of Agni in progency respectively. Swadha Devi is an enricher of Pitrutrupti and Shraddhas or Shraddhas. At the time of creation, Brahma created 7 Pitaras: Kardama, Pulaha, Kulaha, Bhrugu, Bharadwaja, Marichi and Angirasa, and their descendants, of whom 4 were Murtimans with form and 3 in the form of Tejas. The daily duties of Brahmanas include Trikala Sandhya, Shraddha, Tarpana, Balivaishwadeva and Veda Patana. Also, Tarpananta Snana, Shraddha Paryanta Pujana and Trikala Sandhyanta Ahnika Karma are the duties as prescribed by Shrutis, means Vedas. Brahma stipulated Shraddha Vidhana procedure, including the material to be used, etc. But the food oblations to Pitrus by Brahmanas never reached them properly, and the Pitrus complained to Brahma, and as in the case of Swaha Devi. Mula Prakriti manifested from one of her Amshas. Another Devi, Swadha, like white Champaka with the feature of Vidya, Guna, Buddhi and Shuddhi or knowledge. Characteristics, temperament and purity respectively, similar to Lakshmi Devi. Brahma declared Swadha Devi as the wife of Pitras, just as Swaha Devi, the case of Agni. In respect of Vastu Dana and offering to Devatas at Yajnas, Homas, through Agni Deva, the mantra suffix Swaha is to be recited. Offerings to Pitris are to be suffixed with the mantra. Swadhana. Here again, offerings to Pitras by way of Tarpanas and Shraddhas are invalid without the suffix mantra Swadhana. Swadha Swadha Swadetyevam Trisandhyam Yah Pate Naraha Priyam Vinitam Salabhet Sadviputraha Gunanvitam Pitrunam Pranatulyatvam Dvija Jivana Rupini Shraddhadishtatatra Devi Cha Shraddhadinam Phalaprada. Those who recite the sacred name of Swadha, Swadha, Swadha at the time of Trikala Sandhya would be bestowed with a loving and loyal wife, as also well-behaved children. Devi, you are the Pranatulya to Pitaras and the Jivana Swarupa of Brahmanas. being the Adhishtatri of Shraddhas. It is through your kindness that Shraddhas and Tarpanas become successful. You provide Trishti to Pitras, Preeti mean fulfillment to Dvijas, and Abhivriddhi to Grihasthas or householders. Maharshi Narayana further advised sage Narada about the Mula Mantra of Swadha Devi. Om Hrim Shrim Klim Swadha Devyai Swaha. After invoking the Devi with the mantra, Brahmanas perform puja, stuti, and prostration to seek the blessings of Pitrudevas. Maharshi Narayana narrated to Narada about the background of Gopika, Shushila of Rasamandali of Golokam. She was deeply desirous of Sri Krishna, and Devi Radha was annoyed and asked Shushila to leave Goloka. Almost instantly, Lord Krishna disappeared, and Devi Radha was confused and prayed to him, saying that despite her being with him for long, she could not overcome the temperament of a woman. As though he pardoned Radha Devi, Shri Krishna reappeared at Goloka. Meanwhile, Shushila Devi assumed the name of Dakshina Devi and performed harsh tarpana to Srihari, and the later blessed her and handed her over to Brahma, who in turn declared her of Kartika and is also declared her as a wife of Yajna Deva. Pala was the son of Dakshina and Yajna. Besides Yajnas, any sacred karya, be it a vrata, a mangala charya, a devotional task of any description needs to be rewarded as dakshina to brahmanas concerned immediately. Otherwise, the punya karma is stated to be futile, mean waste exercise, and gets registered as an entry into the stomach of Bali. Dakshina Devi is stated to have materialized from the right shoulder of Lakshmi Devi as an important feature and is a formalizer and fulfilling agent of any punya karma. Worship to Dakshina Devi by way of dhyana by the Mula Mantra Om Shrim Klim Hrim Dakshinaye Swaha, followed by Padya, Arghya, Naivedya, etc. Would grant Vidya to Vidyahin, Dhan to Dhanhin, Bhumi to Bhumihin, Bharya to Bharyahin, Putra to Putrahin, etc. Those who face difficulties, dangers, and complexities would be freed by reciting the Mula Mantra for a month, and the beneficial results would be sure to follow. Shashti Devi is a Matrika Devi called Devasena, the consort of the wife of Yajna Deva. Of Kartika and is also known as Balada Vishnumaya. Her natural characteristic is to provide shield to children by way of security, development, intelligence, good health, happiness, and long life. Why? Because it is because of Shashti Devi. Why? He is a Matrika Devi called Devasena, moreover, consent of Kartika means Subramanya Swami, and he is also known as Balada and Vishnu Maya. That's why she can afford all these things. King Priyavrata, the illustrious son of Swayambhu Manu, by deftly divided the world into Dvipas, performed a tough yajna to secure a son. When his wife got pregnant, the king was delighted and anxiously waited to birth of a son. But also his wife delivered a still child. The king took the dead child to the cremation ground, cremated him, and decided to take away his life too. All of a sudden, there was a flood of light, and a Devi appeared who said that she was Shashti Devi, the wife of Kartikeya, also called Devasena, the Manasa Kanya of Brahmadeva, and a Matrika born out of the sixth Amsa of Prakriti Devi. She revived the dead body of the dead boy to life and commanded him that he should perform worship to her, as also popularize her puja among his subjects, that his revived son would be named Suvrata. Name itself denotes everything. Who would perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, and that he would become a supreme monarch. King Priyavrata declared Shashti Puja on the sixth day of every new child, besides observing Shukla Shashti of every month for her worship. Besides, the 21st day after each child's birth would be the day of Namakarana, and again on the day of Annaprashana too. There would be celebrations in the name of Devi, who indeed was the provider of security and good health to the newborns throughout the childhood. Shashti Devi's worship was popularized in each household with the Mula Mantra Japa, Om Hrim Shashti Devi Swaha, and formal puja with stotra, dhupa, deepa, naivedya, etc. Devi Shashti's constant puja provides excellent health and vidya to all the growing children. Also, those who have no children would be blessed with good offspring, who again are granted growth, health, and happiness. Mangala Chandi literally denotes competent and capable provider of auspiciousness. In the Manu Vamsha, there was a famous emperor named Mangala who ruled Saptadvipas. He always praised to Mangala Chandi of Mula Prakriti's manifestation of goddess Durga, who was an Ishtadevata of women folk. Mangala Chandi too was of the Amsha of Bhumi, who was the mother of Mangala Graha. When Shankara countered a problem with Tripurasura, who filled the aeroplane by which the farmer was travelling, Bhagavati Durga assured Shankara that Vishnu would take the form of Vrishabha and with her grace would kill Tripurasura. Then Shankara, out of gratitude, worshipped Durga Devi in the form of Mangala Chandi with the Mula Mantra Om Hrim Shrim Klim Sarva Pujai Devi Mangala Chandike Aim Krum Fat Swaha, and worshipped her with Dhyana, Padya, Argya, Achamana, Vastra, Pushpa, Chandana, Naivedya, Bali, Alankara, Mala, Pishtaka, Madhu, Sudha, and variety of fruits. Paramashiva also complimented Mangala Chandi with the stotra saying, Bhagavati Mangala Chandi. You are the destroyer of evils and difficulties, providing a full shield and protection to all the bhaktas, mean devotees. You are the Mangala Daksha, mean Subha Mangala Chandika, Mangala, Mangalaraka, and Sarva Mangala Mangalya. You are the Mangala Devi of Mangalas, and the epitome of Mangala or propitiousness. Do grant us everything that is positive and auspicious. May my prayers in Tuesdays be fruitful and rewarding. Manasa Devi is a famed deity who has been the constant fulfiller of genuine wishes of her devotees, was the mind-born daughter of Kashyapa sage, Kashyapa Maharshi. She is addressed by several epithets as Vaishnavi Devi, as the meditator for 3 yugas, and when Parameshwara appeared before her torn vastra and emaciated body, he also blessed her that she would be worshipped as deity in Swarga, Brahmaloka, Bhumandala, and Patala, as she was extreme Gauravarna with extraordinary beauty and grace. She came to be called Jagat Gauri, as she was trained in the discipline of devotion by Ramakrishna. She is Saivi, since she was a unique devotee of Bhagavan Vishnu. She has been called Vaishnavi, devotee of Bhagavan Vishnu. She has been called Vaishnavi, as she rescued innumerable snakes in the Sarpa Yajna performed by King Janamejaya of Pandavas of Mahabharata as retribution against a snake called Takshaka killed his father Parikshit. She came to be called Nageshwari and Nagabhagini, as she was a destroyer of Visha, mean poison. She came to be named as Vishahari, as she secured Yoga Siddhi from Shivadeva. She is called Siddha Yogini, as Shiva bestowed Mrita Sanjeevini Vidya or mantra of Vidhana of reviving the dead. She got the description of Mahajnana Yukta. She is also called Jaratkaru Priya, or beloved wife of Jaratkaru Muni, and also as Astika Mata, or mother of the sage Astika. Jaratkarur Jagat Gauri Manasa Siddha Yogini Vaishnavi Nagabhagini Shaivi Nageshwari Tatha Jaratkaru Priyastika Mata Vishaharoti Cha Mahajnana Yukta Chaiva सा देवी विश्वपूजिता द्वादशैतानि नामानि पूजाकाले तु यः पठेत् तस्य नागभयं नास्ति तस्य वंशोद्भवस्य च. If a person is afraid of snakes or resides in a place where serpents move about, or infested with snakes, Recital of the above stanza would instantly run away from that place. Those who recite the stotra 10 lakh times would attain Naga Siddhi and would become immune from snake bites, and his or her body would become immune or would be poison proof. That person could even play with the snakes and hang them around their necks. They would also attain siddhis like Nagasana and Nagatalpa. Manasa Devi's Mula mantra is Om Hrim Shrim Klim Aim Manasa Devyai Swaha. A devotee who performs worship to her with this mantra, followed by the 16 services of Dhyana, Pushpa, Gandha, Naivedya, etc., especially on Ashada Shankranti Panchami day, that is called Naga Panchami day, would certainly become Dhanvan, Putravan, and Kirtiman. An incident related to Sadhvi Manasa was that her husband, sage Jaratkaru, was resting on her lap one evening, and she had to disturb him since it was time to perform Sandhyavapasana. The Muni cursed her to give birth in a Chandala family, but when she gave the reason of disturbing him was known, he tried to curse Surya, who said that he had to do his daily duty. When Manasa cried, he lightened curse that she could meet him any time and blessed that an excellent son of Brahmajnana, Tapasvi, and Vishnu Bhakta would be born. By the grace of Sri Krishna, the Manasa Jaratkaru were able to meet us and when desired, and they gave birth to Astika. Eventually, deity Surabhi, the divine mother of Vamsha of cows, appeared and bestowed her milk to Manasa, and by her grace she attained Swargaloka, heaven. Swadha Stotram is a panacea to remove the Pitrudosha and Pitrushapa from one's life. Pitras are the ancestors who had lived before us and our forefathers. Pitras have been described in many Hindu scriptures. Pitras are equivalent to gods. Swadha Stotram is a panacea to remove the Pitrudosha and Pitrushapa from one's life, because it is with the blessings of Pitrudevas. These Pitras always seek the oblations from tarpanas from their children. As our body has come into existence because of our ancestors, isn't it? Pitrudosha occurs when the soul of our ancestors and departed forefathers does not get peace. There are three types of influence by which Pitras impact our lives, which are Pitri Shar, Pitririn, Pitrurinam, Pitrudosha. Pitrudosha occurs if any ancestors up to the 7th generation on the father's side and up to the 4th generation on the mother's side have expired at an early age or have had an unnatural death. Pitradosha can cause severe and unknown problems in the life of family members. Pitradosha can cause problems like family disputes, health issues, inability to get married, childlessness, mentally or physically retarded children, the demise of children, and addictions. श्रीकांताय कल्याण निधे निधेन्द्राम श्री वेंकट निवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम मंगलाशासन प्रेमदाचार्य पुरोगमे सर्वेश पूर्वैराचार्य सत्कृतायास्तु मंगलम्.